Hello everyone, it's Jessica here and I am back with another process video for you. Today we are celebrating Gingham, I guess it's Gingham week. Not just today, but this whole week is Gingham week. So we are incorporating gingham patterns in all of our layouts and our cards and just kind of doing that for our theme. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking a little bit different approach as per usual. And I'm going to do some stenciling as my gingham pattern with some foil. So I'm just using my pixie tape here, and I'm using a stencil by Photoplay. It's from the Great Outdoors collection, and this is a layering stencil. So what I'm doing here is I'm just using some black soot distress oxide, and I'm just filling in the first stencil here with just the squares, and then I'm going to go over top of this with my Deco Foil transfer gel, which is the Duo gel, and I'm going to do the second stencil over top of it to fill in the blanks in here to make my gingham pattern. So eventually here I'm going to put some foil over this, and it's going to be a gorgeous gingham design. So as per usual, you know that I don't usually follow the rules, and I do like a bit of grunge on my layouts, so this stenciling is not perfect. I actually struggle a lot with this layout, and you're going to see quite a bit of that. So I've actually been having this kind of creative blockage lately, and I haven't really had a whole lot of time to scrap lately. I haven't been feeling well. My kids have been sick off and on each week, so it's been a bit of a rough month for us. And it's kind of been showing in my scrapbooking a little bit, and my mind is just kind of cluttered from it. So I'm hoping that this goes okay. What I did here is I used the gel, and then I actually let that first part dry overnight. It was pretty late at night. It was like 9:30. I had to get my kids to bed anyways, so I just threw that on there, did that part of the video, and I'm kicking this off again the next day. So just placing my stencil back down using my pixie tape again. And I actually repositioned this in a different direction, which I did not notice at the time, but hey, this is a happy little accident because I actually love the different directions in the stencil and how it turns out in the end. So you know what? I totally meant to do it that way. So like I call it, happy accident. So I am just using my stencil pal here, just putting some with my spatula on there, and then just kind of smushing it around. And I love this stencil pal because it actually gives you such a clean and, well, usually clean, if you tape down very good. It gives you clean lines and it goes on very smooth, but as per usual, I like grunge. I messed it up here, and you're gonna see that whenever I actually foil it, but it's okay. My layouts always have grunge. I have boys, so it's natural for my layouts to come out grungy. It's okay. So I'm just finishing up these little pieces here just to finish off that stencil. Again, I let that dry. You do have to let the Duo dry about an hour. So I let that dry and I came back to it, and then I'm just placing my foil down. You'll see me struggle a bit with this foil too. I don't know what my problem is lately. I am just struggling hard. I fiddle with this little piece trying to get that to work. I accidentally cut 2 pieces of foil here for this piece. It's a mess. I'm all over the place lately. So hopefully I get over this little bump in my life and I get it together soon. So I just ran that through my hot laminator. You can actually use the Duo gel with heat or without heat. So you can use it with pressure in like a Big Shot or something like that, or you can run it through a laminating machine, which is what I did. So then I decide I'm going to do something different here. I struggle with this too. I was going to cut it with my scissors, and I thought no, because I won't get a straight line, so I used my X-Acto knife, my roller, to cut that. I'm just cutting this out because I really want to use another sheet of the paper, and I'm using Coco Vanilla Studios' new collection, No Limits, and I just love all the papers in the collection. I decided on putting this star background in with my gingham. I kind of flipped through the papers a little bit. I really love pretty much every sheet of paper in this collection. So I kind of wanted to use the blue, and I thought, well, it doesn't really match well with my foil. So I decided to use the star and kind of go off of that. So you are actually watching this layout build from pretty much ground zero here, because I based my layout off of this star background paper, because I was going to go a completely different direction. I ended up flipping the gingham part to this left side instead of the right side, which I actually like a lot better. And I am going to actually place my photo down on that one part of the foiling that I messed up, so you're never going to know that it's there. And then I'm just using my easy tear tape, which I absolutely love. And I need to get some more of this in some bigger sizes for stuff like this, because they do make a thicker one even than this, and it's just perfect. It's super sticky, and it just works so well for big pieces of paper like this, and I love it. So I'm just tacking that down with the easy tear tape, and then I'm going to go to work on my photo here, which you see I have already layered up once with one of the smaller papers in the pad. And then I'm going to use this other one, which I just kind of cut down manually. Sometimes I like to do that so I can see exactly where it's going to go. So I'm just distressing those edges as well. And then I did distress the edges of my little gingham sheet too, just for uniform. And then using more of the easy tear tape here. So like I said, this whole layout was just kind of a struggle for me, and you all know that I hate fussy cutting, but I absolutely love these stars. And like I said, the star background paper kind of built my layout for me, so I decided to fussy cut a bunch of those stars out. So I did that off camera because you don't want to watch me fussy cut a whole bunch of stars. So as you can see, I've lined them up there, and then I'm just working my way through the die cuts in the collection and pulling out some bits that'll go on this layout. And I've decided on a few, and then I'm gonna pull out the little chipboards. I love this title that says "You're Awesome," which is just perfect for this layout of my son climbing on these tires, these big tractor tires or skid steer tires. We were at an auction, and he just loved climbing on every little thing. So he just thought he was king of the world on these tires. So I figured that title is just perfect for this. And you know, I struggled with these letters too. I struggled peeling this tape off. I struggled with the letters. When I was putting the letters on here in a bit, some of the backing, the adhesive part, was peeling right off and leaving me with just the chipboard. And I don't know why that happened. It happened with, oddly enough, the W and the M. So that was kind of strange. It was only those two. So I just took some of my glue, the Ultra Bond adhesive glue. It dries clear and it's permanent. So I just took some of that and I put that on the back, and that was perfect for those letters. I tried to use the Zots, but they weren't sticking to that raw chipboard. So that's why I used my liquid glue, and it worked out perfect. I do speed this up here in a second because I know that you don't need to watch me place down each individual letter and struggle with peeling that backing off. So I do speed this up here in just a moment. See, here's that other W. I had to put that liquid glue on that one too. It's just kind of weird that it was the M and the W. I called it a W, but it was the M. But, you know, flip them upside down and it's the same letter. So it's just kind of odd that it was just those two that peeled off completely. But I worked with it, whatever. And here I'm using some of the Zots in the bling size to adhere some of those smaller stars down. And I'm also using my tape runner, and I'm using some of these 3D foam squares as well, because I wanted to pop some of those up for some dimension. So a couple of the bigger ones I used the foam squares on, and then this, the medium sized ones I used my tape runner, and then the small ones I used the Zots. And then I'm just kind of filling in little spaces here with some of the little puffy stickers. I just love them. I'm gonna have to order some more of those because I absolutely think they're just darling. And just gonna fill in this little, this one gingham check here, if you will, that's bothering me because it was all messed up. So I just kind of covered that up and made it another little happy accident. So here is my finished layout. I hope you guys enjoyed this process. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll link below all of the products for you in case you are interested in purchasing any of those. So thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.